our guest that Jon actually mentioned to me. That I'm sure we got to get into it and ask him a little bit about it, of course, because he's also here for a very special cause that we will be talking about. But Jon, you brought up something to me that I didn't even know about our next guest, and I'll let you do the introduction. But tell me that stat again.
Well. First of all, let's welcome Larry Gatlin and Kristen Spencer.
There it is.
Hi, y'all.
How you doing?
Hi. I look good today.
How are you? Right up there on the microphone.
I'm looking good on radio.
And we've got a great. No, and I was telling Ahmad because I'm the more seasoned.
You're older.
Yeah.
I mean, call it like it is,
let's just
man.
get down to it.
I'm older.
You got neckties older than Ahmad.
But I told him I was impressing him with my knowledge of the touchdown you scored back in your college football days. Now, they weren't in the Southwest Conference yet, but U of H did play.
We played Tulsa.
Back in the late 60s.
Yes.
The game was 100-6.
Right.
It was Bill Yeoman took a lot of grief for years and years and years. You caught the last touchdown in that game, right?
Well, actually, that's urban legend.
Is it?
Yeah. I did not score the 100th point. A guy named Terry Lywicki, who was one of the groomsmen in my wedding, was the extra point. He kicked the extra point for the 100th point. I actually got into the ball game when we were ahead 86-6. And my touchdown...
Gatlin, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Get in there.
I ran a play called 53 R out, R being the right, flanker.
Yeah.
And Rusty Clark threw me a pass. I caught it and shook off one guy, and went into the end zone. I looked back, and the field, it looked like people had thrown laundry out there. There were enough flags out there, And my roommate, he said, "Kid, I think they caught me holding." Well, they didn't, and so they gave me the touchdown. We had all kind of All-Americans on that team, and I had the biggest picture in the annual, a half a page of me scoring this deal. I touched the ball twice. I touched the ball 3 times in my illustrious college career, and I scored once and got it to the 1-yard line. We found...
It's a nice career there.
Well, it wasn't bad. We found a little scouting report the other team left behind, on their way out of the dome that night, and it had all of our All-Americans, and it got down to me. Gatlin, 5'9", wide receiver, 5'9", 165, has deceptive speed. Then in parentheses said he's a hell of a lot slower than he looks. So that was my illustrious career.
But you see, that's the beauty of sports and why we do this every day. We're talking about something that was, it's 40 years ago.
Yeah.
But we still, you can recall it like yesterday. That's what's great about sports.
Yeah, I can't remember where my car keys are currently, or my address, or my phone number. The zip code really throws me for a loop. Right. But you remember those things that happened? I remember the playbook right now. I can go in and call the plays from my high school football team or running the veer for Coach Yeoman at the University.
Well, you got an incredible memory.
Well, U of H, it was only 5 plays. I mean, I'm just kidding.
Now, let me tell you something.
His face just completely
changed. Playing?
I tell you what, we had some great players.
Oh, no doubt.
Wasn't your real claim to fame back in Odessa, though? Didn't you have some kind of statistic for years and years?
Well, the claim to... that's my daughter. Hi, baby. That's Kristen. Well, yes, I do. Everybody, when you tell anybody you're from Odessa, they always go, "Mojo, Friday Night Lights." Yeah. And I say, well, I'm 2-1 against them. That's the only one in history that's 2-1 against those guys.
I was 1-3 against them at Abilene High.
There you go.
Most people are not
Dear old Abilene High. Can you believe I know the alma mater?
How about that, Gatlin? Well, they won state, by the way, this year.
I know. I was there when they won state in 54, 5, and 6.
Boy.
I lived out behind the Dr. Pepper plant on Pioneer Drive. And I can still remember all their guys, Glenn Gregory, Twyman Ash, all these great football players,
Sports.
Jimmy Carpenter, Jim Welch. So they had great players there. But I was really happy for them, and it was a sad day when we left Abilene to move to Odessa. But, I finally acclimated, and like I say, I'm 2-1 against Permian.
That's what matters.
That's really. And the last quarterback to beat them, we beat them in 19... we beat them my sophomore year in 64-3. That was the night, unfortunately, President Kennedy was shot. We had to play that game the night he was killed.
Right? Wow.
Then the next year, we beat them, and then the next year they beat us, and that was the first state championship team. Glenn Hossel, great All-American here at Texas for Coach Royal, was on that team. My old best friend, best man at my wedding, Mike Campbell, who is the merchandise guy for the Oak Ridge Boys. He sells all their stuff on the road.
Love Mike.
Great
Good
friend.
old guy.
Good. And so I'm the last one. Then for 27 years in a row, that Permian beat Odessa High. That's a losing streak for you.
That's
31
tough.
for us. We broke a 31 game.
Good Lord, did
Yes.
you really?
My senior year.
Well, they were very good.
Yeah.
They were very good, and I'm proud of them. But
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
like I say, I'm 2-1.
Well, we appreciate you popping in. I know you and Kristen here are here to talk about a great event. We had a chance to catch up with Adam Ulatowski yesterday, and he had talked about this. And the Dealing for Duchenne, Austin.org is the website. But there's a big event that's happening on May 1st. Can you tell us a little about
It's
it?
May 1st out at the UT Golf Club. I saw this little stinker, Timmy, out there one day at workout, and he's just the cutest little old guy. And I have a son, Josh, who's now 33 years old, and my daughter, Kristen. You have grandkids. When you see this, it breaks your heart, and you want to ask questions, and God, why this, and why you can't do that. What you have to say is, that's human nature. Mm-hmm. You have to say, well, it's here, it's real. What do we do? It's third and long. What do we do? Well, we huddle up. We get a play. We get a game plan. We call the play, and we go execute the play. Our game plan is this celebrity night, this poker night. We're going to have a bunch of celebrities. Earl Campbell's going to be there. Mac and Sally going to be there. Ray and the boys from Asleep at the Wheel go, Boogie, back to Texas.
Mm-hmm.
They're the featured guests. Like I say, we have a cigar room for the hairy-legged boys to go over there and smoke cigars and tell stories and play a little poker. It's really going to be a wonderful event to raise some money for this, to try to do some more evaluating and studying and research about what this is. And Kristen knows more about it. It only strikes little boys. It's a form of muscular dystrophy, right?
It is. Only affects little boys. It is the number one genetic killer of little boys, and it's caused by a lack of protein that's fed to the muscles, and it's they're in wheelchairs usually by their teenage years, and historically they don't live past their 20s, and it is 100% fatal. But the good news is they're this close to finding that cure. So this might be that one thing that
Push it over the
pushes
top.
it over the top.
So it's May 1st and out at the UT Golf Club, and spell it for them, Chris. It's dealing because the poker room, get it?
Duchenne, Duchenne, Austin.org. But I believe it'll be on your website as well. Is that
And it
correct?
is.
Yes.
Yeah, we do have. I'll say it's such a dastardly thing we can't even say. I don't even know how to pronounce that. We've tried it. There's so many
Duchenne.
different ways.
Duchenne.
Yeah.
Duchenne.
And I know Julie was in here too, so we have an additional email address for people that want to know. Now, Larry, are you going to be out there on May 1st?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. I'm going to play a little poker.
Yep.
I may even run up there with Ray and those boys and sing a couple of tunes if he'll let me. It's my favorite swing band in the whole world.
If he'll let you.
Well, it's his deal.
Nobody turns you down.
Oh,
Hey, come on, man.
After what you did here this morning, anytime you want to come in and talk sports, you're welcome.
Oh, I love it. Well, I appreciate it. I loved Ray. I love those guys. Boy, they're great players and have so many great songs. And they're fun. It's about, it's not, that part about it's not serious. They get up there and they're the very best in the world at what they do. They're good people and very generous and benevolent people.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, anybody who's interested in going and supporting a great cause and trying to help, that website is very easy. I'm on it now. It's very simple to find out how to buy tickets. And you talk about people watching. Just show up and just open your ears and just listen. Listen to all the stories and lies and stuff being told from all these guys. Come on now. That's going to be a great night out there.
Cigars, poker, guys, lies. Yeah, that works for me.
Works for me.
That works for me.
Larry Gatlin, Kristen Spencer, thank you very much. I know you got a busy day, but thank you for popping in and giving our
Thanks so
listeners
much for having us.
an opportunity to participate.
God bless. God bless. And don't tell anybody I said hook them. University of Houston, they don't. When I'm over there, like I say, I root for Houston every week as hard as I can. They're doing a great job.
They are.
Kevin Sumlin, I'm really proud of them. They've done well, and I love my Horns and I love my Cougars.
Larry, thanks very much.
God bless. Thank you all.
We'll be back. AM 1300 The Zone.